Namaste Seekers, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Nicolas Olhich and today we will discuss about the solar eclipse in the sidereal sign of Aries in the nakshatra called Ashwini. If you're new to the channel, I want to remind you that this is sidereal Vedic astrology, different from the Western tropical astrology. Keep that in mind and keep that natal charts at hand when you are listening to the predictions in these videos. The solar eclipse in Aries will be on April 20th, 2023, and it will happen with the new moon in Aries that is taking place in the same area where the North Node is located. When and how does an eclipse take place? When the sun and the moon are or in conjunction, which is new moon, or in opposition, which is full moon, in the same sign where the nodes of the moon are located. These are called in Sanskrit Rahu and Ketu, which is the north node and the south node respectively. When an eclipse is taking place, this is a very important moment of the year because the nodes of the moon are traveling through one complete sign in the lapse of 1 year and a half approximately. And during this time, many changes, transformations, shifts, and great revelations take place in that particular area of our life. A lot of depuration, purification, new things come to the surface that we didn't know before. Now that we know, some changes we will take ahead. We will change relationships or leave someone or meet someone new or rearrange some contracts or responsibilities with our workplace, our boss, our business partners. So eclipses are a big shift in that particular area of our life where Aries, in this particular case, is located. Aries is a fiery sign and is related to courage, willingness, and is always taking risks. So wherever you have Aries in your natal chart, first house, second house, any other house, that area it's prone to risks. Risks, but not coming from life, more because of your actions. You are acting in a way that is not very considerate of the consequences, so you go ahead anyway and you do it. When you behave like that, and you are used to behave like that, there are some precautions, but when the solar eclipse is taking place, some risk will reach us anyhow, because it's a time of karmic debt. We are paying karmic debts during this time, and many unfulfilled karmas from past lives, from our ancestors, or from this life even, are coming now to ask us to finish, to complete, to understand, to learn, to transform, to integrate the lessons within that particular situation. Karma is the natural consequence of our actions, that it will be sattvic, rajasic, or tamasic. And when we do our actions in such a way that is beyond these three qualities of nature or mood of natures, is called gunatita or aguna, which means it's beyond the physical impact or results. And the only way that we can achieve such kind of actions is by constantly thinking in God. When you see God in everything and everything in God, it says, according to the sacred Bhagavad Gita, that we can properly act without consequences. If you are not there, that this is in some sort a great soul's thing to do, the rest of us is just trying to improve it and to get closer to that state of consciousness. When you act in such a way, you are purifying the former karma that you have, but you are not creating more. Same happen when you are going through a karmic experience and you complain and you fight back and you create a lot of extra drama on the situation, which is totally unnecessary and will resolve nothing about the karma itself. That is creating a karma to the karma that you are experiencing. When you go through a karmic experiences with a present consciousness, you are here and now, you don't judge, you don't complain, you don't play the victim role, you are just there, going through the experience at the best of your capacities, trying to do your best, to be compassionate, kind, tolerant, patient. You are not creating some sequence of the karma, so this karma is not having any ripples on the wave of life, on the current of life, and this is ending right there, right now. But usually when something not that good is happening to us, we tend to fight back, to complain, to find someone to point with the finger, and that is the less recommended action or response to a karmic situation. Of course, you need to make people responsible for the things that they are doing that are not ethical or right or morally correct, but we are not the judge to say who is good or who is bad. That is up to karma, to God, and to whatever is beyond duality, not to us. A solar eclipse, again, is an event that when it's solar, it's in a new moon. When it's lunar, it's in a full moon. This will take place with a full new moon, in Aries, and Rahu is involved, and all of this is happening in Ashwini Nakshatra, the nakshatra of Ketu. Ketu is related to spiritual enlightenment, spiritual insights. It's about letting go of the old, detachment, transcendence, all of these topics. So now all of that is being activated, and the impact will remain for a period of 6 months. So from now till 6 months ahead, the energies, the portal that is being opened right now will be and will remain open for a 6-month period. Be mindful, be careful, don't take any rash decisions, and don't make any big move or important move. Don't sign any new contract, don't take any responsibility or compromise during this day or this month at least, because it's a very intense month, it's a very intense couple of weeks that you should remain low profile, try to do not be seen by anyone, just pay some time of meditation, of attentiveness to the present moment, be grateful for what you have, try to let go any difficult situation that may arise, spend some time on nature, close to the mass of water is possible, the beach, the ocean, a lake, a river, anything that you have close by. If you can listen to water sounds, that will be very, very, very reassuring, healing. And we have some specific actions and rituals to perform in this day that I will tell you more after the predictions that will be in the last part of the video. So stay till the end. In between, I want to tell you a little bit more about Ashwini Nakshatra. This nakshatra is associated with the energy of pioneering and new beginnings. Is symbolized by a horse head that represents power, speed, and everything that is needed actually to forge new path and create change. That this eclipse may bring some letting go, so new things can come to you and you can create from there on new things in your life, new projects, relationships, or dynamics at work, dynamics in your relationship, or in the area in which you have Aries sign in your natal chart. As well, it's an energy that is associated with the ability to take initiative and to have the courage to do the things that you wanted to do but you are procrastinating. Now procrastination, it's kind of being left behind, and now you are getting the strength to move forward. Though, don't do it in a rush, unconscious, or unpredictable way. Take wise decisions, be conscious about any possible consequence of your actions during this time, because it's a very powerful, impactful, and strong transit that you definitely will feel it, and something will shift in your life. Something will change, but more importantly in the area where you have Aries rising sign. Aries specifically. The people that will be affected the most, Aries rising sign, Aries moon, if you have the planet of your Mahadasha or Antardasha located in your natal chart in Aries, if you have the Atma Karaka in Aries, everything will be very strong for you right now. Many revelations, many changes, shifts, insights, though will be the same for everyone, but for this particular set of people will be even more strong. This nakshatra as well is associated with the Ashwini Kumaras, who are the twin physicians of the gods. They are the healings and rejuvenators of the divine realm, and are known for their ability to restore balance and health to the body and mind. Very important, take some time off for yourself. Try to do some yoga, some meditation, to be on nature, to do journaling, to do your moon ritual if you want. Any kind of ritual that helps you to be in the present moment, to open your mind, open your intuition, and listen carefully to the universe. Because the divine, the universe is speaking to you right now, and it has a lot to tell you. That are things, most of them, encouraging things that will help you to move forward, but some others are advices, intuitive advices, we may say, that will help you to go in the right directions after all this intensity is over. The planet that rules Ashwini Nakshatra is Ketu. Ketu is considered to be a shadow planet for us in Vedic Astrology, and is associated with spiritual enlightenment, liberation, breaking free from material attachments, and the Ketu's energy is said to bring healing, intuition, and spiritual awakening. Apart that everything is happening in this nakshatra ruled by Ketu, Ketu is in Libra in the nakshatra of Rahu, and Rahu in the nakshatra of Ketu. It's extremely impactful in the spiritual realm, in your spiritual path, in moksha of the four purusharthas. Moksha is the most active right now. Take advantage of this, meditate, do yoga, do your dinacharya, ritucharya, whatever you need to do, do it. You will be so blessed by God after doing all your practices. If you don't have a very strong spiritual sadhana, spiritual practice, write me to the mail that I will leave you here on the screen and in the description for a private reading of your natal Vedic chart, so you can learn more about your dosha according to Ayurveda, the proper yoga practice or sadhana that you should be doing. I have more than a decade of experience sharing, teaching, and giving consultations on these topics, so I definitely can help you with that. Let me know in the comments or write me by email. I will leave you here my email. Let's start with the signs predictions. However, let me tell you a bit more. The day after the solar eclipse in Aries, the sun is entering to Aries as well, and it will create a GuruChanal Yoga. This is a very difficult time actually, and will remain till October 2023 when Rahu moves to the sign of Pisces. For some others, the calculation of the nodes of the moon are a little bit different, so it may happen in a different month, but it's far away in the year. It's not close by. This GuruChanal Yoga, it's a period of some turbulence in our life, again, in the area of Aries mostly. If you want me to do a dedicated video to this topic, let me know in the comments. If you don't write me in the comments, I don't know if you want or not, so please let me know. I will appreciate very much your support as well, and thank you for watching this video. Then the same day that Jupiter is entering into Aries and forming the GuruChanal Yoga with Rahu, we have the retrogression of Mercury. Mercury retrograde in Aries, Jupiter in GuruChanal Yoga, Solar Eclipse. Oh my God, so many things taking place right now. And Mercury is the ruler, the lord of Gemini, where Mars is located, controlling everything in Aries. And Mercury going into retrograde motion, controlling Mars, and Mars controlling whatever is taking place in Aries, this is creating a Parivartana yoga. It's good for both planets, but being Mercury retrograde doesn't help that much. Having the GuruChanal Yoga in Aries, having the solar eclipse there, it's a very important moment to chill, to relax, to lay low, to pay attention to that particular area of our life, to do very serious disciplined sadhana, to do your dinacharya, to fix your schedule, your routines, to train, to do some physical activities, to eat healthy, to read some Vedanta philosophy or yogic philosophy in the Bhagavad Gita, Yoga Sutras of Patanjali. Anything that you can read right now will be very, very helpful for you in that direction. If you are Aries rising sign, for you this is happening in the first house. Definitely will be very, very powerful, and it will impact your individual self, the innermost core of yourself, your dharma, your direction in life, your body, your appearance, and your personality traits. Try to be calm, Aries. Don't get crazy with these transits. Take care of your health, of your body. Be mindful if you are doing some sort of exercise, advanced yoga or intense yoga or any sort of physical activity. Do it with cautious. Everything will be fine, of course, but be moderate. Don't overdo any exercise. Don't go over your limits. Pay attention to dharma, the purpose in life. That will be very active during these transits and for the next 6 months as well. If your rising sign is Taurus, this is taking place in the 12th house, a house of moksha. Represents spirituality, losses, hidden enemies, and isolation. It's also related to foreign lands, traveling abroad, big masses of water, living in an island or traveling to an island, or any remote place far away from where you live. If you are in the process of getting a visa, a passport, traveling, studying, going to a retreat, you are in some residency process in a foreign country or living abroad, for you will be even more impactful. Perhaps some information is coming your way or some decision will be taken and that will help you or change something. Whatever is changing, remember, change is good. Don't worry about, but take decisions about wisely, patiently, and with good amount of information. Prepare yourself if you need to take any decision that is important for you with the right information. Don't do it in a rush way. Take your time to take big steps. If your rising sign is Gemini, for you is taking place in the 11th, which is the house of gains, friends, social groups, aspirations, recognition. Is about networking, projects. Be careful with your friends. Any proposal of making easy or quick money, remember that there is no such a thing as quick money. And if you receive by any chance quick money and big amounts of quick money, definitely it's more karmic than a science, because if you have suddenly a friend of yours that never was too successful at businesses, now it's out of the blue offering you this $1 million project or business, but the person itself is not an example of abundance, go somewhere else. Don't lose your time there. Be careful with these propositions Be careful with any projects that you have, with making money. Always do the right thing. Never do the easy things that will have tremendous consequences for you, karmically speaking, legally speaking. So be careful with funny businesses that people may want to bring to you, and keep an eye on the current projects of yours and your friends as well. If you are Cancer rising sign, for you is taking place in the 10th house. That represents career, reputation, authority, your connection with society, recognition, rewards in your workplace as well. Be very, very patient with your boss, your co-workers, your workplace overall, with society. Don't take things too personally. Open your eyes, open your ears, stay attentive to whatever happens. Don't quit your job yet. Wait a couple of weeks before you do so. Don't sign any paper, anything new, any new contracts, at least not on this day of the eclipse, because it's not good for new things. It's only a good day for introspection, spending some time in nature, thinking, going inwards, not going outwards and taking decisions. So be very mindful of that. If your rising sign is Leo, for you is taking place in the 9th house, which is higher education, philosophy, religion, long journeys, the guru, the father. All of these will be very present. Spirituality, I may say, may come strong to you in a form of very powerful intuitions, or perhaps a lot of awareness of some decision that you need to take. If you're a student and you are completing some tests during this day or this week, be very careful of the remedial measures that I will give you at the end of the video. If your rising sign is Virgo, for you is taking place in the 8th house. Transformation, sudden events, inheritance, hidden knowledge. Something dies, something is reborn. For you, Virgo, be mindful of partners, business partners, marriage, about shared finances, everything that is kind of mysterious during these days will hit hard, will come strong to you. Not for bad, not for good, just that area, it's the activated area for you. If you are going through a divorce, be very mindful of the documents. Don't sign anything on this date. If unfortunately you are in a must to sign today situation, well, be very mindful while doing so. If you can wait a couple of days, it will be amazing. But unfortunately, right after the eclipse, Mercury goes into retrogression, so still not a very good moment for paperwork and that kind of processes. If your rising sign is Libra, for you is taking place in the 7th house, which represents partnerships, marriage, business, and public image, profession overall, many other things as well. You may find out interesting things about your partners in business or in marriage, about your profession, your social projection. Many things will come to you through someone else, an important someone else, not anyone, not a random person, but a significant other. If you're single and you don't have business partners, you may meet someone new in your life. However, what it comes with eclipses usually doesn't last long, so be mindful of that as well. Don't make illusions out of this day if anything happens. If your rising sign is Scorpio, for you is taking place in the 6th house, which represents health, daily routines, enemies, work. And for you, Scorpio, it's extremely important to take care of your diets, daily exercise, doing yoga, dinacharya, taking care of the time you go to bed, you wake up. Be very mindful of that and you will be fine. However, this is a house of enemies. Be careful with anyone that may come to you trying to find some problems. Same for Taurus rising sign. For Taurus, it's more hidden enemies. For you, it's more forward enemies, as well as for Libra, the 7th house, it's enemies as well. Be mindful of that and you will be fine. Fix your schedule. If your rising sign is Sagittarius, for you is taking place in the 5th house, a house of Dharma as well, and represents creativity, children, intelligence, romance, investments, creative intelligence, the direction and form, the shape of your Dharma. You need to be very careful with your children. Take care of them during this day. Not many activities or strong activities that they may get injured. And if you are in a relationship, perhaps it's a day that don't take things too personally, unless they are, of course. But if not, try to lay low, enjoy the day, go with the flow. Don't make any dramas. Don't give time or importance to any drama. Just flow and transform. If your rising sign is Capricorn, for you is taking place in the 4th house, which is home, mother, emotions, property, land, vehicles, your inner self, is everything that is taking place within you, in your home, with the people you live with. Be very patient with them, with your mother. Something may come up with any of them or the roommates that you have. So patience, tolerance, compassionate, though pay attention to whatever this day brings to you. Don't sign any paper to buy any vehicle or property. If you are forced to do so, try to find the way to do it a different day. However, if there is no possibility to postpone it, just be very, very mindful. Don't ask for a mortgage or anything like that during this day because it's not good at all. Rather, investigate, do some research, and for that will be very good. If you're Aquarius rising sign, this is happening in the 3rd house, a house related to communication, siblings, courage, short travels, and skills. Some interesting, insightful information may come to you, Aquarius. Something with siblings, perhaps, cousins, uncles, aunts, short travels, sorry. Be very careful if traveling, if expressing, try to be chill. Don't get dramatic when you try to express your feelings or something that you are feeling, or if someone is coming in that mood to you, just try to transform that and give it back and move away if possible, of course, and everything will be fine. If you are Pisces rising sign, for you is happening in the 2nd house, house of wealth, possessions, speech, family, finances, stability, security. Definitely don't make any big decisions on money, finances. Keep an eye on your expression, the way you treat others, the way you express yourself, with the connection or the communication with your family overall. Your stability may not be that stable during these days, so do extra meditation, yoga, grounding activities like walking barefoot on nature if possible for you. Listening water sounds will be very, very positive, and chilling, relax, journaling, using some healing rocks that if you want you can check out my online store. I have many good and ethically sourced healing rocks. Overall, for all the rising signs, moon signs, etc., there are 3 very special and important mantras to chant this day, but the idea is to worship Lord Shiva. He is the one that will help us during this intense period of time. Lord Shiva, Mahadeva, is the creator of yoga, so it's a very, very important God for us, at least the practitioners of yoga and the Vedic path. The first mantra is Om Namah Shivaya. Very easy. You can chant it 108 times. 3 rounds, 5 rounds, 9 rounds, as many as you want. And it's very, very beneficial this day. The second one, you need to have spiritual initiation through a yakshya, a fire sacrifice, and you need to be a brahmana to receive this mantra. But because it's out there on the internet, some of you may be already chanting it, I will provide you the public version of the mantra, which is not the complete version, which is called the Surya Gayatri mantra, which is just the beginning of the long version, which is Om Bhur Bhuva Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Virgo Devasya Dhimahi Diyo Yo Naha Prachodayate Om. If you chant this mantra, make sure you chant it properly. Try to find some guidance on the process. That is very, very important. And the last and most important mantra, if you can chant it or listen to it, is the Mahamrityunjaya mantra, in honor to Mahamrityunjaya, Lord Shiva as well. He is victorious over death, and the mantra is Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushti Bhartanam Urvarukamiva Bantanam Mrityor Mukshiyamamritate Om. This is the most important mantra if you can chant it. Otherwise, I will suggest Om Namah Shivaya instead. Do some yoga, meditation, try to wake up early, spend some time on nature, do some journaling, moon ritual today, and you will be amazingly well. However, things may be very different for you if you have a very important planet, or your Atma Karaka, or the planet of your Mahadasha in Aries, or making an aspect to the eclipse. Make sure you might send me an email to ask for a private consultation so we can see your Vedic natal chart and we can understand properly your chart overall. And any future transit that I describe here on the channel for free, you can have a prediction and you know very well where is each of the planets located and what they are doing, as well as some remedial measures that you can use for yoga, Ayurveda in your daily routine as well. Thank you so much for the support, everyone. Let me know in the comments if you are feeling the effects of the eclipse today and these days. Remember, it's a 6-month cycle period, so try to be mindful, try to pay attention to this area that I mentioned for each of the signs in your life. And thank you for those of you who are subscribed. If you are not, please subscribe. You help me a lot, and I am making zero money out of these videos. I am just doing it for the sake of help you to understand your Vedic natal chart, to understand better the Vedic sciences. Is my purpose, is my dharma to help you. So help me to help you by subscribing, giving me a thumbs up on this video, sharing if it's possible with people that you think it will be benefited by it. That was all. Thank you so much. Namaste, Sri Gurubhyo Namaha, Hari Om Tat Sat, Om Namah Shivaya.